A father of 5 has designed a weight loss program especially for dads and men with limited time to exercise.
Julius lost 12 kilos in 8 weeks, and he says it only takes 30 minutes a day to get fit. 34-year-old Julius is a personal trainer who prides himself on keeping fit. But after the birth of his 5th child and the shock death of his father last year, he found himself turning to food for comfort.
Well, I find I turn to food when I'm happy. I always celebrate with a bit of a feed, or if I'm stressed, I'll eat so that I don't project it out on the family or people around me.
He also found it difficult to find time for exercise with 4 children under 4 and a teenager to care for, but after realising he'd put on 12 kilos, he decided to take action.
I wasn't looking after myself, I was eating, I wasn't exercising, I was just not giving myself an outlet for stress.
Realising he'd always be time poor, Julius decided to include the kids in his workout, improve his diet and set up a website for other dads.
For me it's just fun with them, and they are brutally hard on me. They don't let me stop ever.
And in 2 months he's not only shed the extra kilos, but his body fat has dropped in half, from 20% to 10%. And wife Shani couldn't be happier.
And his energy levels and happiness has just gone through the roof. So for the weight loss and the abs are a bonus. I'm not complaining about that, but just the energy for him has been phenomenal.
Your wife has been talking to my wife, and she has been nagging me to share with you how I went from tubby fat doughboy to being as shredded as I can possibly get, without murdering my children out of food, hangry rage. And I said, you know what? Challenge accepted. Because I can teach people how to do this, and I will make people, as in dads, shredded as we can possibly get, and at the same time remain calm and happy. There will be no raging dads because they're missing out on carbs, or because they're spending 4 or 5 hours in the gym with all the meatheads that make them feel like shit. We are going to do body transformation as fast and as painlessly as we can by one of 2 ways. I have the exercise program that is going to be a metabolic conditioning program, so it's going to make you, using your hormones, become a fat-burning machine. That's one side of the coin. The other side is we're going to hit your diet from 2 angles. You've got 2 options here. I'm not going to restrict you to a very strict calorie deficit diet. I have got a computer program that I've created that will help you to mathematically lose weight the way you want to lose weight. And there's also, if that doesn't suit you, if you're not into the mathematical, analytical way of losing weight, I have a high-performance athletes diet that we use for our athletes that you can use. So there's 2 options for you with diet. Exercise, there's only really one option, and that is to just get your heart rate through the roof. And most importantly is that it takes as little time out of your day as possible. As a dad, we don't have 3-4 hours to be punching out workout after workout at the gym. But we do have the capacity, and we have learnt this as dads, that we are fucking efficient. We can do things fast, and we can get a result fast. Well, put simply, we have to. As a father, you just don't have the time to do all the stuff you really wanted to do as a young kid. But you feel like one thing keeps getting sort of left alone, and that's your body. And this was me. I started getting this sloppy gut and looked alright in a t-shirt. But then I was starting to get tired as well because of it, and then I knew I was doing things wrong, but I thought, it's okay, I'm focusing on my career, I'm focusing on bringing in money for the family, I'm focusing on making sure that my wife and my kids are happy, and then I'll do something later on, I'll be able to catch up. I mean, we're guys, we always think that we can compete, we love being underdogs, and we can do what we want to do later on, but Truth is, later on doesn't seem to come. I know a lot of people whose kids are now 18 or 19, and for the last 18 or 19 years they've been telling themselves, I'm going to start exercising, I'm going to start running, I'm going to start hitting the gym or whatever it is. And they just never did it. And 18 years is a long time sedentary. So, sedentary being like just doing nothing. 18 years is a long time to be doing nothing for yourself. What happens is your body over 18 years adapts to your lifestyle. So you become very, very efficient at sitting at a desk. Your brain becomes sharper, no doubt, because you have been working your ass off for your family efficiently for a long time. You're better at earning money, and you're just better at being more patient. But by the time you're 40 or 45, closing in on 50, it's really hard, because you're battling against your biology and you're battling against your age to get into shape. And then the last thing you remember is when you were younger in your sports, and you just don't want to be this sort of person when your kids, and this is also when your kids start getting into sports. If you have young kids, you don't want to be the dad that's standing on the sideline talking about how amazing they were when they were at school, which is a long time ago. I mean, wouldn't it be cool to just be standing there in your alpha male physique and just being fit, so that you don't feel like you need to tell people what you used to be able to do. You're just doing stuff. People just see it in you, and all the other dads flock to you. I mean, we're a social bunch. Girls always talk about how they click together, but us dads, we're good at talking shit to each other, and we're good at surviving together, and that's what this is all about. Between me and you, and then a group of other dads that are going to get on this program together, we are going to transform our physiques. And in so doing, we are going to, very importantly, make your wife and my wife very happy, because we're no longer eating shit around them because we cannot cope with the stresses of life. We're also, and this to me is the most important thing, we're also going to be setting the example for our boys and our daughters as far as balance. And when I mean balance, a lot of people say that you got to balance work with play, but I mean, to be successful, there's never really any balance. You've got to commit to something, and something always falls away. But if you can make your fitness into your play, then you benefit yourself health-wise, and you actually earn yourself more time, because you have more energy and you don't need to sleep as much. So we're going to benefit our kids in that they see the things that we have as an importance in life is health. And we know that you look at these young kids, there are quite a few obese little boys and little girls cruising around with obese mums and dads. And kids love their parents, they idolize them like gods. And I've seen that with my kids, they just want to do what I do. If I'm in the gym, they just want to be in there. Or if I'm go out for, say to Sean, I'm just going out quickly doing, for me, one of the things I like to do is just a quick 1 mile run, which is 1.6 k's, as fast as I can, and it doesn't take very long. The kids want to follow me, they want to do it, and they do it. And if I was just sitting on the couch watching TV, they want to do that too. So we're setting these kids up for physical success in life, and if flip the coin, if we don't do this, we're setting them up for physical failure, because along the way, one day they're going to turn around, they're going to say, I whatever they do, so I play rugby because Dad played rugby, or I watch rugby because Dad watched rugby, or I enjoy running because Dad was a good runner. And you need to think really hard about what type of example you're setting, and what type of child is going to grow up under your watch, because like it or not, they will decide the type of life they have based on your example. Not what you say, but what you do and who you are and what you stand for. So, join me. I've got the 2 diets in there fully ready for you to go and start learning and planning. How I find things is, as a guy, is I just need to understand it all first before I go in. And when we go in hard. We're going to go in for success. We're going to go in like the army does, prepare, and then go in, and you're just making sure that you're going to win. We leave no other option. There is no other choice. It's not trial and error. Once we hit this, we hit it hard and we hit it together, and everybody is going to get success out of this. If you're a dad or if you're a man, over, say, age 25, and you're limited with time, then this is for you. We're going to do this together. Don't worry about it if you don't have kids yet, but you will eventually have kids, and this is for you. This is not, 18-year-old boys hitting the gym for 2-3 hours a day to try and pull chicks. This is all about being the best father you can be, starting by improving your physicality, improving your physique, improving your nutrition, improving your mindset, and improving yourself as a person, so that sometime in the future you'll look back on this year and you'll say, you know what, that's the year I changed. I changed and I became who I am now. And your kids will talk about that. That's a turning point in your life where you decided that you're no longer going to sit around feeling stressed out and feeling all this built up, angst, thinking, Jesus, man, is this ever going to end? Am I ever going to become a billionaire and then I'll have time to exercise and be healthy and all that sort of thing? It's not the domain of your wife anymore. This is the domain of you. You have time. It's going to be 15 minutes to half an hour a day, and that's it. The rest is up to you. Mindset-wise, we're going to do this thing together. So hit the button below, sign up, let me know how you're going. Please start doing the stuff in there. Start having a look around. Do some of the exercises that are already there, a couple of the challenges, and you and I and a few of the other dads that are involved with this are going to take this to another level. We're going to become the future for our children and this obesity epidemic that is so-called hitting our kids. It's not going to happen to our children. It will not happen to our children.